Radical Dude here, and today I want to talk a little bit about absolute value and what is that. All absolute value is the distance from 0 to a number. That's it. Here's an example. Let's say I take the number 4. Well, what's the distance from 0 to 4 is just this distance is just 4 spaces. Nice and simple. But what about the distance from 0 to negative 4? This distance from 0 to negative 4 is also 4 spaces. So if I want to find the exact distance, the negative doesn't matter. All the negative is telling me is what direction I'm in. The positive is telling me I'm going this way, I'm positive 4. The negative is just telling me I'm going that way. But when you're walking, you still have to walk a physical 4 feet from 0, or 4 inches, 4 miles, whatever. So we write it with these bars. So the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. And the absolute value of positive 4 is also 4. So the absolute value keeps everything positive. Another way of looking at it is with money, right? We all like money. Where did the money come from? It comes from the United States. Okay, so money. You have $4. If you have $4, we write it like that. If you owe $4, we write it like that. That negative means, if you see that in your bank account, that means you owe the bank $4. Well, there's no such thing as negative money. When you go to pay the person back, you don't give him negative $4. That doesn't mean anything. You're giving him positive $4. So what happens is the absolute value always makes everything positive because you're physically giving back $4 to the person or the bank that you owe. There's no such thing as the negative money. If you're playing football and you move forward 4 yards, you get a +4 in your totals, right? Your rushing totals. But if you get tackled going backwards and you lose 4 yards, it's a -4. But the absolute value still is positive. You have to walk back. The quarterback goes back 4 yards and gets tackled. He's physically moving 4 yards. All the negative determines is the direction. Okay, so if I were to solve one of these, if I said what could x be, well, x could be 4, and it could also be -4. So you get 2 answers for this problem. Nice and simple. If you want to be fancy, because people are lazy, we write the 4 once and you put the plus or minus right here. That means the same as that. Now let's take a look at an inequality real quickly. What happens if I have the absolute value of x is less than 4? Well, now I want numbers less than 4. So I got 3, 2, 1, 0, -1. How far do I go? Do I go forever? Well, there's a limit. -3, whoops, let me extend it, -4, -5. How far am I going on this? Well, you want numbers less than 4. That means right a little bit less than 4. We can't see it over there. So what we do is we put a circle here. That means we're not including 4, and we're heading this way. Now how far are we going? Well, if you put -5 in here, you get 5, and that's too big. 5 is not less than 4. So we're going to reach, even if I put -4 in here, that's 4, and 4 is not less than 4. But if I put -3 in here, that's 3, and 3 is less than 4. So we go all the way until we get to 4, but we don't touch it. You can't get to 4, and that is how you graph out. So what's the answer? It's x is less than 4 and greater than negative 4. That's the answer to that problem. Now if I wanted to make it equal, less than or equal to, all I have to do is darken this. Okay? That's it. How about greater than 4? Well, greater than 4 means you're going anything over 4. 4.1, 4.2. The minute you get over 4. So to show all these markings here, we just put a circle on the 4 and we're going to the right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, those are all bigger than 4, so you go this way. Now, on this side, if I take negative 100, absolute value of negative 100 is 100, that's bigger than 4, so obviously the negatives can be bigger also. If I put in negative 5, that's bigger than 4. So where does that start? Well, it starts at negative 4, but it has to be a little less than negative 4. So if I put negative 4 in here, it becomes 4, and 4 is not bigger than 4. So we put a circle and we go the other way. And that is your answer. So your choices are, when you do this, you would say x is greater than 4 or x is less than negative 4. Now why do I say or? Because you can't be both at the same time. You use or. You cannot use and, because that's impossible. That's like being in a movie theater. You know how sometimes they give you discounts? How do they give discounts to movies? They give discounts for the little kids, like under 12, gets a little discount when he goes to the movie. And then they give discount for the older people that are retired, right? Because they don't have that much money. So who gets a discount? The really, really little kids or the old adults, right? But you can't be both. You can't be a little kid and an adult. You can't be a little kid and an adult at the same time. So use or. These are choices. That's or. And there you have it. If I wanted to make this equal to, I would just darken this, and put those there. Okay? So, I don't know what that little dance was I just did. Anyway, this has been Radical Dude. I hope I was able to teach you something. Oh, and don't forget, when I change this to darken it, I have to change this also, which I didn't do. But now I did.